So today I want to share with you one of the main side effects, one of the main things I hear people say when they first get under chiropractic care or when they first start getting adjusted. But I want to use a story. This last weekend I was up at our cabin, and our cabin's right outside of Flagstaff in a little tiny town called Mormon Lake. And our cabin's down this long dirt road. And one of my favorite things to do when we get there is I like to roll the windows down, play some country music, and just enjoy the fresh mountain air while we're driving down a dirt road. It's one of my favorite things. But this last Sunday when we're getting ready to leave the cabin, we had been doing this all weekend, and I noticed there was a thin layer of dust on the inside of the windshield. So we tried to wipe it off with a baby wipe, and it ended up making it a little bit worse. So anyway, we're driving home, and certain times when I would turn the car, the sun would hit the windshield just right, and I couldn't see anything out of it. And I really couldn't see anything out of the windshield the whole time we're driving, but the sun would hit it a certain way, and it would make it almost impossible for me to see anything. And there were certain times where I had to stop because I couldn't see, and I thought something might have been in front of me, and there were other times where I had to stop because there was something in front of me. I didn't want to hit it. If I would have kept going, I would have hit it. So this leads me to the number one thing that I see in my office, which is when people start getting adjusted, when they first start getting under chiropractic care, is they start sleeping better. And the reason why they start sleeping better, I'm going to tie back to the windshield. When that windshield was dirty and it was prohibiting me from seeing anything on the outside, the truth of what was going on was really on the other side of that windshield, but I couldn't interpret what it was because I was seeing it through a windshield that was covered in a whole bunch of dust and dirt and debris. And a lot of us, this is what's going on with our nervous systems. This is what's going on our spinal cords and our spinal nerves, is the information is there. The right information that your heart and your lungs and your stomach and your digestive organs have and they need, it's there, but it's not making it up to the brain the way it's supposed to. Just like that windshield was prohibiting me from actually seeing it, the information that was on the outside of the car to the driver, the one that was actually driving the car and making the car do what it needed to do. The same thing happens when we have a subluxation. When those bones in your spine shift out of place and they put irritation on those spinal nerves, they cause irritation in that nerve tissue that causes something called disafferentation, which basically means that signal from your body's not making up to your brain the way it's supposed to, so that signal is getting all jumbled up. So when we first start adjusting people, one of the first things that happens is we start to remove that irritation, as we start to get that pressure off that nerve, your body starts to relax. It's starting to interpret what's going on in the body. Now, there may still be dysfunction out in the body, but your brain is starting to interpret the situation in that body more clearly. It can see what's going on. It can feel what's going on more clearly because that information is getting up to your brain a lot clearer. And when we start to remove that interference, that's exactly what's starting to happen. So the main thing that starts to happen is your body can start to rest. Your body can start to relax. And a lot of times there are real issues, there's real pathologies going on out in that body that the body just hasn't been able to heal because it hasn't been getting the proper information. So as we start to remove that interference, as we start to get the irritation off of that nerve tissue, the body actually heals the best when you are sleeping. So it puts the body into a state where a lot of times it needs more rest. So that's why the number one thing that we see so often at the very beginning of care is people start to sleep better. And when people start to sleep better, this is a huge key to me, not just because I'm happy that people are sleeping better, but it's a huge key to me that their body is starting to heal correctly. Not just the back pain, not just the neck pain, not just the headaches, but their body is actually starting to heal. The cortisol levels are starting to come down. All the stress hormones, your body's actually starting to get that full signal and the brain's working the way it's intended to. I hope this helps you understand. I know so many of you are going to watch this video and the light's going to turn on because you're going to say, hey, that happened to me, or that's what I'm going through right now. I hope that helps and understand why that's going on. I will look forward to talking to you guys soon. If you have any questions, you shoot me a message, you leave a comment on this video. I pray that you guys will like, share, and subscribe this video. You share it with anybody who it can help, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.